The afterlife. What really happens to us when we die? Where do we go? Where are we from? What's on the other side? And is it fun? These are some of the questions I asked myself after I had a health scare years ago and I thought I was going to die. Thankfully, I didn't. But the aftermath of that event caused me to ponder, what exactly lies ahead in the unknown? What is the truth? Is there a heaven or a hell? Am I in the wrong religion? After death would sure be a bad time to find out. And what's up with scary judgment, reincarnation, eternity, black hole? I had so many questions. So I turned to the internet to find some form of answers to my questions. And what started as a playful curiosity turned into an obsession, and in a space of 2.5 years, I devoured the internet, searching for stories and accounts of anyone who had had a near-death experience, or NDE. Now, near-death experiences are basically documented stories about people that had died, been to the other side, and returned to tell it. Hence the name near-death. Because if it were a complete death, you wouldn't really be alive to tell anyone, would you? But anyway, my curiosity led me to watch all the near-death experience videos I could find, plus reading hundreds and hundreds of articles written by people who had been to the other side and back. Now, the first week of this adventure was pretty much like this. No, that can't possibly be true. But after a few days, I began to notice that there were common themes, ideas, and striking similarities with every material I consumed. And boy, I consumed a lot. So I decided to save you 2.5 years of consuming nearly 2,000 near-death experience stories coming from people all over the world. This includes NDEs from the deeply religious to those coming from the downright nasty, agnostic, irreligious, free-thinking atheist. The types where angels be like, he is not gonna like this. At first, some things were absolutely striking and challenged everything I was taught to believe. Other things just confirm what I've always known but couldn't prove. And others, well, let's just say, we'll know when we know. So, if you've ever wondered about the afterlife, here are the top 15 similarities I found after studying many near-death experiences. And disclaimer, I have no way to confirm any one of these points since, well, I've never died before. At number 1, it turns out that we've been doing this thousands of times. And what do I mean by this? Reincarnation. Yes, I know. Those that have crossed over and back say our soul's purpose is to experience everything. And Earth, or other Earths as you'd soon find out, is merely a playground for the soul. Kind of like how Monaco is playground for the rich, Earth, they say, is playground for the soul. And just like cash is king on Earth, experience is king on the other realm. And we reincarnate over and over again through races, ages, sex, color, creed, rich, poor, oppressed, oppressor. It's all about the experience. And just like the universe, our spirit is always expanding and seeking full expressions and understanding. The only time we contract is when we take on the human form, where timelessness experiences the limitation of time, where all-knowing experiences not knowing, and the all-powerful experiences being powerless. And yes, if you're having a hard life right now, it might be a silly thing to hear like, I chose to experience this. Well, the good news is that you're still free-willed and have the power to change your situation, but before then, you'll like to hear what is next. Number 2, I hate to break it to you, but we are not alone. According to many near-death experiences, they claim to have seen their many reincarnations spanning through millenniums and living across many parts of the universe. Some may have not seen their other reincarnations, but were privileged to have seen many life forms living all across the multiverse through multiple realms of time. Number 3, judgment. Hear thou sinner, you face the wrath of the one true. What? No hell? No dreaded judgment? Well, according to NDEs, turns out it isn't what we thought it was. 100% of all the NDEs I researched confirmed that while there was indeed a life review, where you watch or witness the entire events of your life in 3D from start to finish, not a single one spoke about being judged and condemned to damnation. But here's where it gets really interesting. Your life review is mainly meant for you to see, feel, and witness life through the eyes and emotions of everyone you ever interacted with. And when I mean everyone and everything. They say that in your life review, you'd feel every single emotion you caused others to feel, the joys you brought, the sorrows you caused, the laughters, the tears, the thrills, the chills, I mean, everything. Oh, and there's more. If 1,000 people, no thanks to the internet, witness your action of love or hate, you'd feel the emotion and thoughts and repercussions of your actions in the lives of everyone who witnessed it, including animals and plants. It's pretty heavy stuff, and not one have said it was an easy process. I mean, how could it be when you witness the ripple effect of your actions, your words, and so forth, and see how your deeds create vibrations that stretch across the universe? I know, right? Kind of makes you want to treat people better, as whatever you give out comes back to you. But it's important again to mention that not one of the near-death experiences ever recalled being condemned to a life of eternal damnation, because the whole exercise is about achieving cosmic maturity through understanding the gravity of our actions. Number 4, we're all acting a script. I know, it gets weirder. But according to all the NDE accounts, each one of us handpicks exactly what it is that they would love to experience, with some as much as saying it's like going to a cosmic supermarket and saying, oh, I'd like to experience this, and I want to experience that, and you'll be my mom, and you'll be my dad. I'd like to grow in this part of the universe and know what it's like to do this and to do that so I can learn this and learn that. We really live earthly lives as written by us in the volumes of the cosmic books. And they say, not only do we choose how to live, but we also get to pick when and exactly how we exit. Again, a recurring theme throughout my nearly 3 years of intense study of NDEs shows that our purpose as human beings is to experience the universe. The universe is our playground, and experience is how the soul evolves. Think of it this way. God the Father is the all-knowing, God the Son is the all-experiencing, and God the Holy Spirit is the all-understanding. It's one thing to know conceptually that fire burns, it's another thing to experience it, but there's a whole nother level to understand why. So, if you're watching this, chances are you're presently in the phase of God the Experiencer, if such a word exists. So, go ahead and take that trip, try that outfit, drive that car, call that person, forgive, cry, love, live, enjoy life. According to them, it all makes sense one day. Number 5, one thing stands clear with all the near-death experience accounts is the language they speak in the land far, far away. Thankfully, over there, they don't speak English, French, Mandarin, or Spanish. Matter of fact, there's hardly any speech at all. All communication is through, well, the easiest way to put it is telepathy, but way more advanced than anything you've ever seen in the movies. All communication is achieved via thought transference, which makes life so cool and easy, as there can be no miscommunication. You understand the feeling and true intention of every communication as it comes in its fullest, truest form. It also saves time too. Imagine how many years you could save if your professor could transfer all that lecture with a thought. Student loan solved. And the truth is, thought transference is a phenomenon we use over here on Earth through ideas and imagination. Though not fully formed for communication with each other, but remember when you had an idea for your next business project, or an idea to design a dress, write a certain song or a book? You received it through thought transference. Your idea came to you in full form, beginning, middle, and end, title and subtitles included, alongside the joy and intentions behind that idea, all within a fraction of a second. But if you think that is cool, wait till you hear the next one. Number 6. If telepathy is a medium of communication, then here's another one to bear in mind. Over there, all your thoughts are like open book to everyone. Everyone knows what you're thinking. You know what everyone is thinking. There are no secrets. If you think it, they'll see it or hear it, or, well, they'll know it. However, near-death experiences also add that there is an insane singularity of thought among the people, so there is no disunity. And thankfully, since there are no negative emotions or dark energies, you have nothing to fear or nothing to hide. Number 7. Now, this is something most people hold as true, but it's great to have it confirmed. And that is, everyone, including you, has a loving spiritual guide or a guardian angel, if you may, that is always present with you throughout your journey on Earth. Everyone, no exception. Their only job is you. They guide, protect, and counsel you. Have you ever heard people say, something told me not to make that move and I obeyed, and it turned out to be true? Yup, chances are high that that's your guardian angel. All, and I mean all the NDEs speak of meeting their angel when they switched dimensions, and they all say it was a very familiar voice that they have known all their lives. However, these guardian angels never impose or override our choices or its consequence, and for most parts, we can possibly drown out their counsel, but they are always sticking by you, every day, ever present. Number 8, this one is consistent in the many near-death experiences I've studied. One of the first things all near-death experiences say is that the degree of unconditional love, peace, joy, and spiritual ecstasy present and emanating from the source is at extreme levels that cannot be explained or fully grasped by the human mind. So I try. Number 9, you'd find that the more you study NDEs, the more respect you'll have for science fiction movies and how close they are to the truth. According to many near-death experiences, part of the deal you make before coming to Earth to play is having a sort of cosmic memory freeze. That means you will have zero recollection of your past lives or any remembrance of your higher state or who you are before you incarnated or reincarnated. It's all fair game. It wouldn't be an adventure if you knew exactly what will happen, right? Where's the fun? Number 10. Again, it may seem like science fiction, but according to many NDE accounts, there are planets, too numerous to count, spread across the universe and the multiverse that are inhabited by other beings in one form or another, in one stage of advancement or another. They say some are prehistoric and others are so advanced it's beyond what we currently think is scientifically possible. And if you're wondering what those magical worlds are like, well, see why you keep coming back for the experience? Number 11. I'm pretty sure this was on your mind. Everyone wants to know about the existence of hell, but no one wants to volunteer to confirm. Now, I'm sure there might be NDEs that touch on this, but from all I've studied, and I studied a lot, there is no escape from God's domain of unconditional love and acceptance. So you can read between the lines, stick to what you believe, or, make up your own mind. Number 12, this one is good. One thing they find out is everyone is together. Everyone is one. Everyone is energy, and everyone is of one essence. There is no race, no creed, no language, no color, no gender, no cliques, no politics or party lines, no inferiority, no envy for superiority, no jealousy, no sickness, no junior mansions for the less righteous. There is no past, present, or future. Everything over there is in one moment. We are all connected. There is no them, us, or they. Everything is one with the source. Number 13, in rejoining with the source, you regain access to all the knowledge and the power of the entire universe with the ability to be at all dimensions at the same time and still not lessen your intensity. It's pretty wild. You are everywhere and nowhere with 360-degree vision, seeing, hearing, sensing, knowing, and having all the wisdom of all ages. Pretty crazy. Number 14. Now this one strikes me each time I read it because it always comes as a shock or thing of a surprise when near-death experiences have an out-of-body experience. They are often shocked that in their true spirit form, they still retain 100% of their personality, but in its truest, purest form. The realization often goes like this: oh, I'm out of my body, but I'm still me. Still have my goofball sense of humor, memories, curiosity, and so on. It's still me. And number 15, one message. Everyone who has been to the other side and back may have slightly different experiences, but all come back bearing the same message. Love yourself, love one another, be kind to one another, dedicate your life to the service of mankind. What you give, you'll always receive back in full measure. Everyone is connected, you are loved, and there is nothing to fear. In conclusion, now, there are some things I learned from my deep dive into the world of NDEs that were just too bizarre, outright mind-bendingly complex to comprehend, but I've come to understand this much. You shouldn't seek out the sophisticated if you haven't mastered the basics. And what are the basics? Live free, have fun, explore, do your best to live in peace, love always, send thoughts of kindness to everyone, seek to create products, services, or inventions that will be of great service to humanity, and always remember that you are loved unconditionally. Bye for now.